Welcome to today's Tea Time audio story. It's time to slow down, take a deep breath, and enjoy a moment just for you. As you sip your favorite tea, let your mind drift into the world of stories, where imagination comes alive and anything is possible. Listening to audio stories isn't just entertaining, it's also a wonderful way to relax, spark creativity, and improve your English in a natural and enjoyable way. Stories have the power to transport us to far-off places, introduce us to new characters, and remind us of life's little lessons. So whether you're here to unwind, learn something new, or simply enjoy a quiet escape, this is your time. Get comfortable, let your worries melt away, and allow today's story to take you on a journey. Let the magic begin. The past few weeks had been a whirlwind of stress, hospital visits, and sleepless nights. But for the first time in what felt like forever, things were beginning to settle. Ethan's grandmother was recovering. The surgery had gone well, and though she still needed time to regain her strength, the worst was over. Ethan could finally breathe again. So when their homeroom teacher announced the upcoming class trip, a weekend retreat in the mountains, Sophia thought it was exactly what Ethan needed. At first, he refused. "I can't just leave," he had said, shaking his head. "My grandma still needs me. My dad needs me." But Sophia wouldn't let him back out so easily. "Ethan, she's stable now. And your dad? He wants you to go," she insisted. "When was the last time you did something for yourself?" Eventually, with a little more convincing, and a push from his father, Ethan gave in. The bus ride to the retreat was filled with chatter and laughter. Sophia sat next to Ethan, watching as he gazed out the window, lost in thought. "You okay?" she asked, nudging his arm. He blinked, turning to her with a small smile. "Yeah. Just feels weird. I've been so caught up in everything that I forgot what it's like to just be here, you know?" Sophia nodded, understanding completely. "Well, this weekend is your chance to remember." Their school had rented a cabin-style lodge up in the mountains, surrounded by endless trees and fresh air that smelled nothing like hospitals or textbooks. It was peaceful, freeing. That night, after settling into their rooms, the class gathered around a bonfire, roasting marshmallows and sharing stories. Ethan sat beside Sophia, the flickering firelight reflecting in his glasses. For the first time in weeks, he didn't feel like he was drowning. And as he glanced at Sophia, laughing at one of Olivia's ridiculous ghost stories, he realized something. Maybe, just maybe, he was starting to feel okay again. The morning air was crisp, carrying the scent of pine and damp earth as Ethan and his classmates stepped off the bus. The retreat center was nestled between towering evergreens, their leaves whispering in the gentle breeze. A wooden lodge with a wraparound porch stood at the center of the clearing, surrounded by smaller cabins that would serve as their sleeping quarters. The place felt untouched by the chaos of the outside world. Ethan slung his duffel bag over his shoulder and took a deep breath. For the first time in weeks, the weight pressing down on his chest seemed a little lighter. Sophia stretched her arms above her head. "Smell that. Fresh air. No stress. No deadlines." She turned to Ethan, a playful smirk on her lips. "You're going to love this." He chuckled, shaking his head. "We'll see." Their teacher, Mr. Harrison, clapped his hands together to get everyone's attention. "All right, listen up. We've got a full weekend planned with activities, team challenges, and," he paused dramatically, "no cell service." A collective groan rose from the students, but Sophia simply grinned. "See? Even better." Ethan rolled his eyes but couldn't help but smile. After unloading their bags and settling into their cabins, Ethan sharing a room with a few other guys, Sophia with Olivia and some friends, the group set off on their first activity, a guided hike up to a scenic overlook. The path wound through dense trees, sunlight filtering through the branches in golden patches. Birds called from somewhere above, and the distant sound of a rushing river added to the peacefulness of the place. Ethan walked alongside Sophia, their steps falling into an easy rhythm. "You holding up okay?" she asked, glancing at him. "Yeah," he admitted, surprising even himself. "I think I am." She smiled. "Good. You deserve this break, Ethan." They reached the overlook just as the sun began to dip toward the horizon, painting the sky in brilliant hues of orange and pink. Below, the valley stretched for miles, a river cutting through the landscape like a silver ribbon. Everyone fell silent, taking in the view. Sophia nudged Ethan's arm. "Worth it?" He let out a soft laugh, nodding. "Yeah, definitely worth it." That evening, the group gathered around a bonfire, the warmth of the flames warding off the mountain chill. Someone strummed a guitar, and Olivia launched into an exaggerated retelling of a ghost story that had half the group rolling their eyes and the other half leaning in with wide eyes. Sophia was laughing when she noticed Ethan staring at the fire, lost in thought. "Penny for your thoughts?" she asked softly. He hesitated before answering. "It's just weird. Feeling happy again." Sophia's heart clenched. "You don't have to feel guilty about it, you know." "I know," he said, but his voice was uncertain. She reached for his hand under the flickering light. "Your grandma wouldn't want you to put your life on hold, Ethan. And neither would your mom." He swallowed hard, gripping her hand just a little tighter. "Thanks, Soph." She smiled. "Always." Critting warmth of the fire, Ethan let himself believe that maybe, just maybe, things were going to be okay. Thank you for joining today's Tea Time story. We hope you enjoyed this journey into the world of imagination and storytelling. Whether it made you smile, sparked a new thought, or simply gave you a moment to relax, we're grateful to have shared this time with you. Thank you for listening and being part of our story time. Keep dreaming, keep imagining, and we'll see you again for another magical tale soon. Until next time, take care and happy listening.